So we'll start in the front. And got no leaks, no hoses hanging off. You can see the belts through the guard here. Belts are okay, they're on there. I can see the shock in the steering cylinder, tie rod end. So then we'll hop inside on the other side. Checking our lug nuts. Lug nuts are okay. Hydraulic level for the hoist. The hoist and the steering system are separate. So this one's just for the hoist. And there's a secondary glass underneath for if the box is up. So while we're here, just checking hoist pin. No gouges in the tires. We'll go underneath here. Tight fit. So again, tie rod end, steering hoses, back of the engine, nothing leaking. Right here, we've got a glass for the transmission. There's also a secondary glass if it's really, really cold out. And back out. Again, just a quick look at the lug nuts. We marked them, they're a little bit dirty, but you can see the paint mark just to see if the lug nut's turning at all. So in the back, again, just checking all the pins. Make sure there's grease on the pins here. None of the retainers are falling out. You can see up top, right up to the engine over the transmission. Again, just looking for leaks or hoses or anything hanging off. So we'll continue around the side. Quick lug nut check. You're all good. Fuel tanks on this side. Again, you're checking the pin for the hoist cylinder. Another quick peek in the engine compartment here. There's a boost point for a mechanic truck. Again, you're just checking your steering cylinder, the shock. Everything looks okay here. And we'll go off the left-hand side first. Master switch is off. We're not actually running the truck. Once we're here, we've got the sight glass for the steering hydraulics. It's a completely separate system, so you can actually blow a box line and you'll still have steering, which is pretty important. Coolant's right here. So you just want to release it slowly. You heard the pressure come out. So again, the tab isn't visible, so we're okay. Cross-threaded and put it back on. So while we're up here, just take a quick look. There's no big lump of dirt or anything, no hoses that are chafed. The wires are okay. We'll pull the engine oil. This is 1.5 miles of dipstick part 2, so it's all right. You can see the hash mark there. Still a little bit warm. He must have ran today. Until we got rained out. All right, so we'll lower this back down. And make sure that it's latched down securely. And while we're up here, we want to take a quick look. This is the air cleaners right here. So there's 2 air cleaners. So there's an outer filter and an inner filter, or a primary and secondary. And I'll show you really quick. That's pretty dirty. So it's got a primary, which takes all the larger particles. And a lot of people look at this one and go, oh, it's dirty, we should get a new one. And they go, oh, that one looks kind of clean, and they never replace the inner one. That's wrong.
A dirty air filter is actually more efficient than a...
Well, the other thing is, this one picks up the larger particles, and then the smaller stuff gets filtered out by this one. So if you only replace the one, you're not doing it properly. So even though it looks clean, it's actually not. The particles are a lot smaller.
And depending on the site and the conditions, a dirty air filter is actually more efficient than a clean one.
So let's throw that back in. And part of the reason why it's getting so dirty, make sure it seats, is because this is a pre-cleaner. What this does is it pulls the air up underneath. Oh yeah, it takes forever. It doesn't spin.
Yeah, it does.
It's all rusty. So what happens is the air comes in from underneath here. You can see there's these little flaps, and the way it's angled is it creates a vortex in here. So it's spinning like this, and the air comes up and it spins all the dirt to the outside. Then because the dirt's heavier, it'll fall into this bowl. You can see that this bowl is collecting this nice powder. So what you want to do is you just pull this bowl off and be really careful you don't tap it on anything because you'll crack it. See, it's much cleaner now, so then you're not getting all that crap into your air filters, and you won't end up with air filters like that as easily. So that's an important part of your pre-trip inspection and your maintenance check is dump these out. So you want to pause it for a second? I'll put that down and blow it out.